Hello. Can you hear me? There you
Wait,
go.
I can't. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna actually get some better lighting.
Okay. No problem. Welcome. For those of you that are joining us right now, we are just getting set up for our wonderful live.
That's a little better. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
It's a really rainy day here in Colorado, so it's just a little darker and snugglier. So
Yeah. Gosh, you got everything. You had snow earlier this week, and now you've got the rain.
see, times are and hit record on this on my phone here. So we're gonna record the call.
Okay, awesome. I think I'm recording it. It's my first time doing a screen recording, so we'll see if it comes out.
Let's see.
So how's your morning been?
It's good. Yeah. Like I said, it's nice and snuggly, and I have the day off today. So.
Oh, awesome.
Are you? I bet it's nice and sunny in California.
It is. The sky's blue. The sun is shining. There's a nice breeze from the ocean, so it's just a nice California day. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Can't complain. Awesome. Well, today I'm really excited to kind of just chat and get a little more info about what you've got going on. I've got my challenge coming up in November, and I know you're going to be launching your YouTube channel. So tell me a little bit about that. Tell our audience about your YouTube channel you're coming out with.
Yeah, it's so awesome because we have like similar paths. We're both launching in November 1st and very similar like challenges. So, you know, let's see where I'm at. I have my notes here. I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. I don't do a lot of lives. So.
I know they're a little awkward at times, but look, we got some little hearts. People love us anyways. That's always helpful. Thanks for all the love.
So Natalie, I'm actually going to start from the beginning here. You know, it was really nice. I was able to spend quality time with you in California because Marco and I were moving from Hawaii back to Colorado. I was pregnant and in serious need of some grounding. You know, I was in like full-on nesting mode, and you know, my whole life was packed in 2 suitcases and I was on the go. So I really turned to yoga. And more specifically online yoga. Since I was traveling, I wasn't able to take consistent classes. And so I really dove into that online yoga world and I loved it. I was able to practice from home. I could press pause if I got morning sickness. And yeah, it just really resonated with me. And so fast forward and I had the baby, and this added a whole new dimension to not having time and inconsistent nap times and everything, and you know, forget about trying to pack up and go to a yoga class. So you know, I noticed in I noticed in, what am I trying to say? Actually, can we I just want to like take a moment to on the ground and take a couple deep breaths. I think
perfect.
Just go ahead and ground and close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Bring your awareness to your body and your breath. Thank you guys so much for taking that time to center with me. You know, I'm licensed and certified massage therapist and yoga teacher, and I've been teaching for about 5 years, and I've been doing body work for about 4. And then I went on to get certified in pre and postnatal yoga. And so I noticed that there was so much info and support in pregnancy, and then once I had the baby, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, you have the baby, and then now what? You know? And so I wanted to create a program that was designed for new moms to connect, ground, and heal their postpartum body and to connect with themselves and their babies. And so the launch that I'm doing is, you know, my yoga channel is going to help support that transition into motherhood and to support that relationship between mom and baby. And with that launch, I'm doing a 3-day yoga program, the 3-day yoga experience. And it's going to be complete with daily emails and reminders and blog posts, all to help support that journey and to teach moms or any kind of beginner into the practice how to do yoga at home with your baby. And because becoming a new mother is a lot like starting a yoga practice. You know, you start off as one, and then you have a baby, and then one becomes two, and now there is this union and a relationship is formed. And yoga is, the actual root word is unite and to connect. And so you know, there's a lot of definitions of yoga out there, but my favorite is yoga is the connection of mind, body, and spirit. And motherhood is that union of mom and baby. And this union is how your baby, you know, within that union, your baby is establishing his or her individuality. You know, they're discovering, oh, that's my hand on your face. And it's a pivotal time in that in your baby's development. And the mother needs to be receptive and present to the baby's needs. And it's kind of hard though when you're feeling stressed and your body doesn't feel like your own and you're not in harmony with yourself. And you know, you're still healing from such an intense pregnancy and labor. So, you know, I'm just super excited to be offering something for new moms. And
I think that's absolutely beautiful. And it's funny because we've known each other for a while. You know, we've kind of seen each other at family events. For those of you that don't know our backstory, we probably should have started with that. But either way, I am married to one of Rosie's cousins. So we've known each other through family events for the last few years. And it was so wonderful last year having you in our home for a few days, you and Marco, after, you know, the wedding, and then having you come here and stay with us as you transitioned from Hawaii back to Colorado, because it really gave us a chance to connect, right? It gave us a chance to get to know each other. Like, I knew you did yoga, and like we would always talk about that kind of stuff, you know, all of our like yoga and movement. Oh yeah, I love this, and kind of the holistic thing. But it was nice to, I think, go a little deeper than that for a few days with you, actually get to know you a little bit better. You got to see my home and look at my bookshelf with all the things that I love to read and get into. And I think we played with some angel cards and did some different things. And it was really fun. And I love seeing this transition. It's a really beautiful thing when we can let our life evolve into, you know, these different seasons and these different changes. And I think you're in such a great space where you're like, I'm ready to connect with other women that are going through the same thing as me and help guide each other and share that experience. Because, I mean, I don't have any kids yet. We want kids. But I know it's not going to be an easy journey. And I think I found over the years that having that support and that connection is so important. People to bounce ideas off of, or just be there when you're exhausted. Women, we have our hormones going up and down all the time, whether we've got kids or not, right? And then you've got that whole, and the baby's crying and everything else on top of it. And you have a current Facebook group too, right? That they can join and kind of connect other Mommy and Me stuff.
Yes. You know, it's called the Healthy Mama, Happy Baby Yoga Community. And so anybody who takes the programs or just wants to get connected and to share with other moms, it's just a nice platform where everybody can connect and share the good, the bad, the ugly, the messy, that all comes with being a new mom. And I actually have a few people that are in the group with older kids, but they went through the same thing, so they can be a great resource to help. And also some pregnant moms who will soon have a new baby. And
awesome. Yeah, that's great. And I feel like you're so good at what you do. I've always loved watching, you know, any post that you do about yoga. I know you've done massage for a long time, so you have this nice blend of connecting not only your own physical movement, but how to connect that with another individual. So I love that combo of like the mommy and me yoga and, you know, the massage in there to like, I don't know, just create a much deeper connection. And that's, I mean, that's really what life is all about, right? It's about connection. That's why we're here. That's what makes us happy. When we don't have it, we feel disconnected and we feel lost. So I think it's really beautiful that you're kind of putting it all together with where you're at in your life right now. I'm excited to see how this will evolve too, you know, because you don't know until you start getting into it sometimes where it's going to take you or what you're going to fall in love with about the whole process and be able to help others with. So yeah, this is great.
Well, that's beautifully said. Thanks, Natalie. And like you said, just that connection and finding your alignment with your life. And so that's why I'm so excited to take your 5-day challenge.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I've never done a 5-day challenge before. And I had a call yesterday with my business coaches, and I've kind of shifted the title of it, but we're going to be doing a lot of the same things. So originally I was going to title it like the 5-day Align Your Life Challenge, but I think it's such a broad subject. When you say align your life, some people don't necessarily know what alignment means, but it encompasses so much. And so I've decided to kind of narrow down the focus for the week, and it's actually going to be 5 days to seeing signs from the universe. So it's kind of, it's similar in a way because you need to be in a certain alignment and awareness in order to receive signs from the universe, in order to see them. Your signs are always there. And we get a chance to choose what our signs are. Maybe you've heard of like angel numbers, you know, sometimes you see 1111 or 222, 333, or whatever numbers you repeatedly see. Sometimes we have symbols that we really resonate with, you know, whether your symbol is an owl or every time you see a butterfly, it means something for you. You know, we've got our spirit animals, or sometimes you've had something on your mind, maybe an idea that you want to move forward with, and then all of a sudden the next few days you see signs of it everywhere. You see other people doing exactly what you were thinking about doing, or you see a picture in a store window, or you hear something on the radio and you're like, oh my God, I was just thinking about that. And those are what your signs are from the universe, and they can come in so many different ways. And it's a really fun thing to play with because the truth is the signs are always there. It's just how we focus our attention in our life. And that's really where alignment comes in your life too. When you start to create your vision, what you want for your life, and then start to shift your mindset, your energy, and your focus in the direction of that, that's when doors open. That's when things start happening. And that's when you're ready to receive your signs from the universe too. So sometimes you'll see signs that will be clues to the next step of what to do. Like for you, you're like, oh, well, you know, I just knew, maybe you're like, I knew the first step was making my Facebook group. So I had the community, and you're like, you know, hey, I think the next step is a YouTube channel, which you're going to be launching, which is awesome. And we don't always see the whole path in front of us, but sometimes it's just getting those clues. You know, maybe you're like 3 people mention YouTube in 1 week, and you're like, okay, well, maybe this is a sign that I need to start a YouTube channel. So little things like that. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about this 5-day challenge. It's free for anyone who wants to sign up. You can sign up in the link in my Instagram bio at Natalie S_lifestyle. And so I think it's going to be really fun. And there's a lot of different practices and things we can play with this. So I don't know, do you ever see signs from the universe? Do you kind of catch on to those things like that?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I was actually just talking with a friend right before this call, and we've been talking about another business venture that I'm tapping into, which is more like nutrition and health, and a whole nother, you know, Instagram live that we can do.
Yeah.
So no, but she was like, this is such perfect timing. Like, this is a total sign from the universe. Thank you so much for reaching out. I've been thinking of you, and you just happened to, you know, connect with me at the perfect time. And she's like, I think this is, you know, this is exactly what I need. And I'm taking this as a sign from the universe so it's just, and then you're talking about the signs from the universe and your align your life, you know, and I think that's totally spot on.
Yeah. And it's funny because I've reached out to quite a few people about doing lives in the last week because I just want to get in the habit of doing this a little more often. I think it's a great way to kind of connect our communities together and then also just share really great content with our audiences too. And there was more than one person that was like, you know what's funny? You're not the first person who's approached me in like the last week, because you said you had someone else want to do a live with you, and there was one or two other people that they're like, it's so crazy how it's all happening at once. It's like when you get in alignment, you like tap into each other, like the right people in your network, and it just starts to click at the same time, which is fun.
Well, it's like the universe always provides what you need, you know, and I
Yeah.
think it's because you have these guides and these spirit guides
Mm-hmm.
that are here helping you. And
Mm-hmm.
if you can, you know, tap into your own intuition and
Mm-hmm.
clear the mud in a sense, you
Mm-hmm.
can start to pick up on maybe what does that mean, and
Mm-hmm.
how can I my life. And you know, I just have to tell you that a crazy realization just popped in. I did a lot of like animal medicine before I moved to Hawaii, and dolphin kept popping up for me like over and over. I thought it was like, oh, like dolphin's my spirit animal, you know. You know, it's been a dream of mine to move to Hawaii, like ever since I even knew it was a place. I just like had this image in my mind, and I knew I needed to end up in Hawaii. So I finally did it, and then I got pregnant, and then we were having such a hard time coming up with a name for our daughter. We were like 5 minutes before we had to leave the hospital, and they're like, okay, you guys need to come up with a name to put on this birth certificate. And we were like stressed out. We had all these different ideas up in the air, but we couldn't agree on each other's names.
Yeah.
So like I was like all emotional. I'm like, I can't come up with a name. But then it came to me, the name Naya, and we looked up what it meant, and it meant dolphin in Hawaiian.
Aww.
We named our daughter Naya. And so I don't think it was my spirit animal, but I think she brought us together in Hawaii. She was meant to come into the world, and that dolphin nature, this Hawaiian energy, brought her into existence. And
that's amazing.
That connection now. So
I love that story. That's so beautiful, kind of how that just evolved. And that's the thing, the signs are always there. We don't always know how to interpret them. And the way the universe communicates with us is in so many different ways. Sometimes it comes in through actual words. Sometimes we can actually hear spirits kind of sending us messages. And a lot of times it's symbolic. It's symbolic with something like an animal or a number or a name or something that just kind of starts to float around, and we have to kind of decode it a little bit, and you develop this language with the universe, you know? And it's funny that you mentioned the whole spirit animal thing. This is an interesting story, and I don't think you've ever heard this one. Not many have. It was a few years ago. Dave and I, my husband, your cousin, we got Reiki certified together from a metaphysician. We went through like 2 levels of training. And then several months later, we went back and did like a 1-day training for animal Reiki. So specifically for how to do Reiki on animals. They have a slightly different energy. And she guided us through this, this meditation where we each found what our spirit animal was. And this gets really trippy and crazy because you cannot make this stuff up. So we kind of go around the circle after there's maybe 5 to 10 of us in there, and everyone's telling their story of what they've envisioned, like what came to them when we were all in this meditative state. And so I was telling my story. I was, flying over these mountains, probably Colorado. It looked like Colorado. It was beautiful, all these trees, and I was this white owl, or I was a gray owl. I was this really light gray owl, and I was so happy and it was so fun. And then I landed on this branch and I had a nest with 3 little baby owlets, and they were like super fuzzy and like the cutest thing in the world. And so I was a gray owl. I had my 3 babies, and I was like, oh, but where's my baby daddy? Like, who's my man, And then all of a sudden, this big brown bird comes and sits on the branch next to the babies. And I'm like, that's not an owl, but in the vision, I didn't know what kind of bird it was, but it was big, kind of brown and black, different colors. And then my husband, he went next and told his story. He was a hawk, this big brown hawk again, flying over these mountain ranges. And he was, you know, just very calm and having a good time. And he's like, gosh, I'm kind of lonely, is what he thought to himself. And all of a sudden, this gray owl flies towards him. And then he was like, and he didn't realize it was an owl, but he's like this gray bird, but he couldn't figure out what kind of gray bird it was. And he was like, they were playing and chasing each other and flying all over the place. We saw each other in each other's visions. He was the baby to my 3 baby owlets, and I was the gray owl that came when he felt lonely in his vision. And we both had these visions at the same time while we were going through the same meditation. And it wasn't until afterwards, when we were telling our stories, that we realized that we were in each other's visions. Isn't that trippy?
That's like some serious soulmate stuff.
It's a soulmate thing. Like, he's totally my soulmate.
I wonder if you guys are going to have three babies.
We probably, I'm guessing we're going to have 3 kids now. I always was wondering if it'd be 2 or 3. But I'm guessing we're going to have 3 little squishy ones. It'll be great. So, and you know, again, that's just another sign from the universe. You go through a meditation like that, and I mean, you can't fake that. There's no way I could have. We both saw each other at the same time while we were just kind of in our spirit world, figuring out our spirit animals. So that was kind of trippy. So it's little things like that when you start to get in tune and you start to do some of this inner work. Whether it's through meditation or just kind of getting into alignment. And sometimes the messages that come through are just, I mean, who could have thought that something like that would happen for us? You know, I always felt like he was my soulmate, but then it was just a confirmation of like, wow, not only did I figure out my spirit animal and we're probably going to have 3 kids, but we saw each other. We were there for each other in this like dream world. So it's pretty amazing.
Amazing you guys found each other.
Yeah. Awesome. So, is there anything else we want to chat about? Does anyone have any questions? I know we've got a couple people on. Looks like we've got 2 people on. If you have any questions for us, or our backgrounds, or what we've got going on, I'm really excited. I guess a little bit more about my own journey was, you know, all this spiritual stuff is things that I've just worked on for myself for over 15 years. Even when I was younger, I was always very intuitive. I always had this deep spiritual connection, but I didn't always trust it. And I think that's one of the hardest things is we kind of get desensitized to like the reality, and the things that we can't see are not real, you know? But learning to like reopen myself up over the years to being able to receive some of these, you know, spiritual messages, and knowing that they are real and they are true, and the messages that are coming through, they really are signs from the universe, and trusting that. I think that's the hardest thing sometimes, is to trust. Sometimes I used to question myself, am I making it up that all these things are happening, or that I'm seeing all these signs everywhere? But when you really start to trust the universe, start to trust yourself more and your intuition, it just opens you up to a whole new level of how to live your life and how to experience reality, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see how each day unfolds in this little challenge, and all the, you know, tools and resources you have for us.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll be putting it together in the next few weeks. I'm not sure. I might launch this challenge on either November 5th or 12th. I haven't decided yet, but it'll definitely be beginning of November, and you can already get on the sign up list so that you'll get all the emails. But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna throw in some different, maybe some practices, maybe a meditation, some little goal setting, and then how to open yourself up to being more receptive to your signs from the universe. So I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I feel like it suits me and my audience and what we're working on right now. So
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it came at the perfect time for a lot of people. So, you know.
Yeah.
Your program will be a sign from the universe.
Yeah. Good time going into the holidays. I know sometimes people get stressed out, but if we can learn to like step back and just know that everything's happening the way it's meant to, then we can all be a little more at ease. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, I'm just super excited. You know, I love connecting with you, and I just remember visiting you guys, it was like I never really connected with Dave that much. And then being able to like connect on such a strong level, like everything we talked about was like every area of our lives, we were all just so passionate about it, you know?
Yeah. Well, and I think
Marco,
we're all
Dave,
healers, you
everybody
know,
was just,
like
you know,
my husband Dave, he's done massage like you. He's got the kind, and Marco seems very spiritual. Oh no, Rosie disconnected. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if she's gonna be able to jump back on or not. Anyone who's on right now, do you have any questions? Anything I could help you out with, or things that you want to chat about? If not, that's fine too. We can end it here, but I thought I'd at least give you an opportunity to have this chance to chat about anything that's going on in your life, spiritual or otherwise. So just let me know. Otherwise, we'll end it. But if you're not already connected, Rosie with an IE Yogi, you can check out her Instagram page, and she'll be announcing her YouTube channel that'll be starting in November. She's got her Facebook community, which she mentioned earlier, for Mama and Me Yoga. She's also doing some hands-on massage work, Mommy and Me massage work, but that's okay. Oh, I got a text message. Her power connection went out. So check out Rosie, check out all of her awesome stuff coming up. If you want to join my challenge coming up in November, it'll be 5 days of learning how to find signs from the universe. So the universe is speaking directly to you and your journey in your path. You can sign up for the emails in my Instagram bio. Just click that link there. So I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful, beautiful day. And I can't wait to see you next time. Oh, hi, Michaela. Oh, by the way, if you see the Michaela J, she is going to be on with me live next week. And I'm super excited. We're going to be talking again about spiritual alignment, and then also about expanding and leveling up your life, which is going to be so fun. I can't wait for that. She's absolutely amazing. We've had an amazing chat this week. Beautiful soul, doing some beautiful work in the world. So check her out too. Okay. Have a wonderful, beautiful Thursday, and I will see you all later. Mwah.